Hi, it's Toronto's real estate team at RE/MAX, and here is our January 2020 Toronto real estate market report. Both sales and appreciation numbers displayed double-digit increases compared to 1 year ago. I'll comment more on that in this broadcast as we go through the market report. So let's review some of the Toronto Real Estate Board statistics and see what's happened. In January, sales were up 15.3% compared to last year, with 4,581 houses and condominiums changing hands in all the districts. Condo, townhouse, and high-rise suite sales were up by 13.8%, with a 38.3% share of the market and 1,753 units being sold. The January average sale price for all GTA homes came in at $839,363, up 12.3% from 1 year ago. The active listing inventory is one of the strongest indicators of how slow or fast the market has been moving. The inventory average for the month of January compared to historical numbers was lower by a huge 35% compared to last year at this time. This inventory imbalance is causing a price increase in many but not all GTA districts. The sales to listings or percent chance of selling ratio is how we determine what type of market we're actually in. 24 to 28% is a neutral market. Below 24% is a buyer's market, and above 28% is a seller's market. In January, that ratio finished at 58.9%. Almost 26% above last year, and a continuation of what we saw in December 2019. This is an indication of a continuing strong, steady market as we start to move into the 2020 spring market. The days on market average for GTA/Toronto homes was 30 days, 3 days faster than December. So let's look at what's happening in the downtown Toronto condominium market. West of Yonge and south of Bloor in the CO1 Trib District, the adjusted average sale price for January was $785,401. That average moved up 18.2% from the same time last year. With 210 condo sales in the month, the numbers were up 15% compared to 2019. There were 357 active listings on the market in January, a dip of 6.3% below last year. The ratio of sales to listings increased slightly to 58.8%, which keeps CO1 in very busy seller's market territory. The average days on market came in at 22, 1 day faster than last month. Now east of Yonge and south of Bloor in the CO8 Trib District, the average adjusted sale price for January was $758,191. That number was up 11% compared to 2019. And with 106 condo sales in the month, the numbers were up a big 43% compared to last year. There were 143 active listings on the market in January, down a big 25% from 2019. The ratio of sales to listings was back up to 74.1% for the month. That number still keeps CO8 in an extremely busy seller market territory. The average days on market came in at 22, 4 days faster than last month. Here's a snapshot summary of the significant real estate milestones for Toronto in January 2020, with the highest appreciation rate we've seen since March 2018. January sales were up 15.3% compared to last year at 4,581. And the ratio of sales to listings jumped up to 58.9% in January, a busy seller market. Also, the January average sale price came in at $839,363, up a positive 12.3% compared to last year. This is continuing the market momentum we've seen since last September. The GTA real estate market overall averaged 30 days on market. And detached home sales in January 2020 with a purchase price over $2 million were up 74% at 113 houses, while condo apartment sales over $2 million increased by 117% at 13 suites compared to January 2019. And the condo share of the market was up slightly at 38.3% during the month. Downtown condo active listing numbers were down a modest 6.3% in CO1, but lower by a whopping 25% in CO8 from last year at this time. And January condo sales were up by 14.8% in CO1 and increased in CO8 by a big 43.2% compared to 2019. The downtown condo days on market average was 22 days, 8 days faster than the overall market. And the ratio of sales to listings for condos downtown was slightly lower in CO1 at 58.8%, but increased slightly in CO8 at 74.1%. Both were still much higher than in the overall market, 58.9%. Building on this higher demand due to better affordability, condo appreciation in the two main downtown markets averaged 11% to 18.2% year over year, highest that we've seen all this year. Sales numbers have now increased in many 905 neighborhoods, although appreciation percentages are lower across the board in the 905. With the continued market momentum we've seen in January, we can confidently expect 2020 sales numbers and prices this spring to increase as we progress into the typical busy March through May/June timeframe, mainly due to increased demand and lack of supply. This month we're looking at the sales and average price by major home type chart for January. Sales were up big time for detached townhouse and condo apartments in both the 416 and the 905 areas, in most cases in the double digits. The average sale prices for detached houses plus 16.7% and condo apartments plus 15% in the 416 increased at double-digit levels when compared to January 2019. The 905 areas saw less appreciation for detached homes, plus 8.7%, but double-digit increases across the board for semis, townhouses, and condo suites, the highest at plus 14.3%. We'd project that we'll see a repeat of these stats as we go through the next 4 to 6 months. So what's a terrific way to make your first baby step into Toronto's real estate market and find out where those more affordable choices are? The best first step is to go on a market experience tour of condo or house neighborhoods with one of our team members. Leave your checkbook at home. What a tour is not intended to do is show you homes with the intention that you'd immediately buy one. What it is intended to do is give you an opportunity to get a clearer idea of what's available on the market in your favorite parts of the city and in your price range, without worrying about being pressured into having to make an immediate buying decision. Once you've had your tour, we want you to go back home and think about what you saw. You'll then be better able to set up a good home buying plan and make smart, educated decisions about where and when you want to be in your new home. You can sign up for your condo tour at marketexperiencetour.com and a tour of houses at dailytorontohometours.com. Remember to check back here in early March for our February 2020 Toronto Real Estate Market Report Summary.